Welcome to Merit MBA Today. I'm your host, Bryce Reynolds-Bach, and today I'm joined by Liva Rasamoela.
Yes.
Did I get that right?
That's perfect.
Liva's from Madagascar, one of our international students, and to me he has an interesting story. Came to BYU, getting his MBA, your second year.
Yes.
And today we're looking to talk about Cummins, and you did your internship at Cummins.
Yes.
And then we're going to close wanting to get maybe a couple tips on future students, what they can do to get a job at Cummins. So tell me a little bit about Cummins, or kind of how did you end up at Cummins?
Yeah, first of all, Bryce, nice to be here. Cummins is a large multinational company that manufactures engines, and not only manufactures, but they do the design, and they do they distribute and they service the engine as well. It has more than 40,000 employees all over the world. So it is an awesome company to work for, I can tell you that.
It's great. So, it's a Fortune 500 company.
Yes.
With multiple opportunities for anyone interested. Kind of one question is, how would you define their culture at Cummins?
Well, if I sum it up to one word, Cummins is a very diverse company. And when I say that, that's in terms of, first of all, in terms of people. We have people from different backgrounds, but also from different countries as well. In my team alone, just to illustrate that, we have people from Japan. We had people from the United States. We have people from Pakistan, from India, from Australia. So that's only in my team, but you can see that across all teams at Cummins. So, and as well, it's a team. It's a company where you can you get a lot of exposure as well. I feel safe at Cummins. I can just walk to any manager and talk, and if they have time, they would certainly receive me and give me a good advice. So lateral in terms of culture as well, very diverse company.
Let's kind of lead into your internship. So I know Cummins is based over in Indiana, mm-hmm. right? And you did your internship in finance. Well, can you tell me a little about their internship program and what are the general opportunities in that program?
Okay, so Cummins has, of course, programs within the 4 areas: HR, marketing, supply chain, and finance. Mm-hmm. I was in finance, specifically in the distribution business. Of course, they hire from all of that areas. I know from BYU they hire in marketing, supply chain, and finance, not in HR. And I know that they also hire a lot of people. Recently, last year, they hired more than 500 interns. And in terms of internship program, they had a great internship program. I know in finance we had a very structured program where you get projects that are meaningful to the company. You usually have like interns do the job that they don't want to do at Cummins. They give you projects that are really meaningful. That's one, and you get as well a lot of exposure with different management team where you can talk to many people from different section as well, supply chain. So it's not only within finance, for example, in that case.
So you had a mix between finance and supply chain.
Yeah, exactly.
So what was one project that you worked on at?
For example, I worked on a project with the health safety environment. You see, mm-hmm. And what I did is I built a model for them. Kind of a decision-making model that helped them prioritize their investment in terms of safety equipment. Cummins is very big in security of their employees, so they want to make sure that their facility have sprinklers and all of that, but they don't, they cannot secure all the sites. So what they do is, they come in and say, we want to know what are the critical sites and, how to prioritize that. So I helped them build that model, and I hope that model would be implemented anytime soon from now.
It's great. So, you're going to be going back so you can follow up and see what happened with your project.
Yes, exactly.
So, in closing, what would be your tip to future students interested in Cummins? What would be, we could call it the secret, to getting an internship and job?
Well, As a general tip, I think Cummins look for people that can thrive into their environments. Again, I mentioned about a very diverse environment, and they are looking for people that can work with people from different culture, from people from different background. If you're that type of person, I mean, you can show that in the interview process or in your resume. Cummins will be very interested. Another thing as well is that if you know what you want, and if you know that you know what Cummins want, and if you can bring that on the table, Cummins are very interested in that. Of course, like any other company, Cummins look for performance as well. And that is something that you can show while you are there, but I think on the interview process and hiring process, you need to show that you are a good fit and you can be of value for the company.
Great. No, so there you go. You got 2 tips on Cummins. We're glad to have you here. If you have any questions about Cummins, please, they can come talk to you.
Yeah.
All right? Again,
Sure.
Thanks for watching the show. Catch us again.
Thank you.